Today we are going to learn about the cardiac cycle, right? So what is meant by cardiac cycle? Cardiac cycle means it is the cyclic events that occurs in one heartbeat, or the cycle of events that occurs in one heartbeat is called as cardiac cycle. So what does the cardiac cycle consist of? A cardiac cycle consists of atrial systole, that means contraction of atria, ventricular systole, that means contraction of ventricles, ventricular diastole, that is the relaxation of ventricles. Then when the heart rate is 75 times per minute, the cardiac cycle lasts for 0.8 seconds. How you will get 0.8 seconds means time divided by number of beats. So 60 divided by 75, you will get 0.8 seconds. So on average, the heart beats around 72 times. So it comes around 0.833. So we are taking at 0.8 seconds as a standard time for the one cardiac cycle. So you can see the diagram. The outer circle is completely explaining about the ventricles and inner circle is completely explaining about the atria. Okay, and this one, the black circle outside is called as joint diastole. So let us see, time taken for atrial systole is 0.1 second. Time taken for ventricular systole 0.3 seconds. All these are questions only, remember that. Time taken for ventricular diastole is 0.5 seconds. Okay, 0.5 seconds, and joint diastole is 0.4 seconds. Remember the timings. So just before the atrial systole, all the four chambers of heart are in relaxed state. So they are in joint diastole phase. So when the joint diastole occurs means just before the atrial systole, all the four chambers of heart are present in relaxed state. So during this phase, the AV valves are open. Okay, the AV valves are open and semilunar valves are closed. Okay, already we explained in the structure of heart where the AV valves are present and where the semilunar valves are present. So during this phase, which valves are open, that is one question, and which valves are closed is also one question. As tricuspid and bicuspid valves are open, blood from pulmonary veins flows into right atrium, and from right atrium the blood enters into the blood from pulmonary veins flows into the left atrium, and from left atrium the blood enters into the left ventricle. Similarly, blood from vena cava flows into the right atrium. From right atrium it enters into the right ventricle. So during joint diastole phase, 70% of ventricular filling occurs. It's a very important point, this one. How much percentage of ventricular filling occurs during the joint diastole means it is 70%. Right, next let us go for the next one, atrial systole. Time taken for atrial systole is 0.1 second. Okay, and during this phase, the atria contracts. Both the atria are contracts and the ventricles will remain in a relaxed state. So during this phase, here you can see the AV valves are open. Atrioventricular valves are open. So blood from right atrium enters into the right ventricle. Blood from left atrium enters into the left ventricle. Okay. So right atrium always pumps the deoxygenated blood. So deoxygenated blood I have represented as DOB. And left atrium always pumps the oxygenated blood. So here the oxygenated blood is represented as OB. Okay. Then how much percentage of ventricular filling occurs? So during the atrial systole, 30% of ventricular filling occurs. Okay, during joint diastole, 70% of ventricular filling is occurring. During atrial systole, 70% of ventricular filling is occurring. The end of atrial systole is also called as end of ventricular diastole. That means the atrial systole, that means remember that the end of atrial systole, time taken for completion of atrial systole is 0.1 second. So the end of atrial systole is also called as ventricular diastole. Remember that. Thus each ventricle contains 120 ml of blood at the end of its diastole. So at the end of ventricular diastole, how much volume of blood is present in each ventricle means 120 ml. So this blood volume is also called as end diastolic volume, that is 120 ml. So end diastolic volume means EDV. EDV. So what is the volume of blood present in each ventricle at the end of diastole means it is 120 ml. So when the end of ventricular diastole contains how much blood means each ventricle consists of 120 ml of blood at the end of ventricular diastole. This is also one question, right? The next one, let us go for the ventricular systole. So time taken for ventricular systole is 0.3 seconds. Okay. During this phase, the ventricles contract and atria relax. Okay. So ventricular depolarization causes ventricular systole. So depolarization means you know that change in the polarity. Okay. So ventricular depolarization is causing what? Ventricular systole. As ventricular systole begins, pressure inside the ventricles increases. Okay. Pressure inside the ventricles increases. If you see the diagrammatic representation, so these are the atria. Okay. These are the ventricular chambers. Okay. Now ventricular systole means ventricles are contracting. The ventricles are contracting. When the ventricles are contracting, the size of the ventricular chambers are decreasing. So the pressure inside the ventricles are increasing. So due to increased pressure, there is a chance of backward flow of blood. The blood from ventricles can move back again into the atria. So to prevent the backward flow of blood, the AV valves present here are closed. The AV valves are closed. The atrioventricular valves are closed. So the closing of atrioventricular valves produces the first heart sound called as lub. Okay. So what are those atrioventricular valves? Means tricuspid valves and bicuspid valves. So the tricuspid and bicuspid valves prevent the backward flow of blood into the atria. Okay. So when the tricuspid and bicuspid valves prevents the backward flow of blood into the atria, the closure of these valves are producing the first heart sound called as lub. Lub is the first heart sound. Then still, even though the ventricular the AV valves are closed, still the pressure inside the ventricle is increasing. Still the pressure inside the ventricle is increasing. So as the ventricular pressure is increasing, then the semilunar valves of aorta and pulmonary, that means the aorta means systemic aorta and pulmonary aorta opens. Okay, as the ventricular pressure increases further, the semilunar valves of aorta, systemic aorta and pulmonary aorta opens. So blood from right ventricle passes into the pulmonary aorta and blood from left ventricle enters into the systemic aorta. Then each ventricle during this phase, during ventricular systole, each ventricle ejects or sends out how much ml of blood means the left ventricle pumps 70 ml of blood into the aortic arch. Similarly, the right ventricle also ejects 70 ml of blood into the pulmonary aorta. Okay, so both the chambers of ventricles are pumping out 70 ml of blood. So the volume of blood remaining in each ventricle at the end of systole is called as 50 ml. So how much blood is present at the end of systole means it is 50 ml. So that is called as end systolic volume. Okay, end systolic volume. That means at the end of ventricular systole, what is the volume of blood present in each ventricle means 50 ml. How that 50 ml is coming out? Out of 120 ml, 70 ml is pumped out. That means 120 minus 70 equal to 50 ml. 120 is the end diastolic volume, 70 is the stroke volume. So the volume present in each ventricle at the end of systole is 50 ml. Now let's go for the next one, joint diastole. So ventricular repolarization causes ventricular diastole. Okay, that means the ventricular repolarization means the ventricles begins to relax. So relaxation of ventricles is called as repolarization. So due to repolarization, the ventricles are undergoing diastole. That means they are undergoing relaxation. Time taken for ventricular diastole is 0.4 second. That means the time taken for joint diastole, not ventricular diastole, time taken for joint diastole is 0.4 4 seconds. So this phase is called as joint diastole, as both ventricles and atria are in relaxed state. Okay. As the ventricle begins to relax, pressure within the ventricular chambers is decreasing. So pressure inside the ventricular chamber decreases. So due to decreased pressure, the blood in pulmonary aorta and systemic aorta begins to flow backward. So blood is again coming back into the chambers of ventricle through pulmonary aorta and systemic aorta. So to prevent the backward flow of blood, the semilunar walls that are guarding the pulmonary aorta and systemic aorta closes. So closing of semilunar walls produces a second heart sound called as dub. Okay. So as the ventricles continue to relax, even though the sound dub is produced, still the ventricles are relaxing. So as the ventricles are relaxing, the pressure inside the ventricle decreases below the atrial pressure. Okay. The pressure of ventricle becomes very low when compared to the pressure of atria. So what happens then? The atrioventricular valves are pushed open now. So at this stage, the AV valves are open, but semilunar valves are closed. So due to the pressure in atria exerted, so what happens now? Blood flows into the atria through the veins. The right atrium receives the deoxygenated blood from precaval vein and postcaval vein, and with left atrium receives the oxygenated blood from pulmonary veins. So as the atria are filling, pressure inside the atria increases. Okay, so due to this increased pressure, the AV valves are open and blood from atria enters into the ventricles. This is called as passive ventricular filling. How much passive ventricular filling occurs means here 70%. The passive ventricular filling is 70%. So first heart sound. Let us see first heart sound. So this is very important questions here. First heart sound is lub. So when the lub is produced due to closure of AV valves soon after ventricular systole begins. You know that lub is produced due to what? Due to closing of atrioventricular valves, that is tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve. When does the heart sound, first heart sound, lub is produced means as the ventricular systole begins. That is also one question. So name the heart sound that produced as the ventricular systole begins means that is the lub. So once the ventricular systole begins, the heart sound that is produced is called as lub. Then second sound is called as dub. When does the second sound is produced? The second sound is produced due to closure of semilunar valves soon after ventricular diastole begins. So here also two questions. The second heart sound called as dub is produced when? The second heart sound called as dub is produced due to closing of semilunar valves. Second question. The heart sound that begins after ventricular systole begins, or the heart sound that is produced when the ventricular diastole begins is called as dub. So when the ventricular diastole begins, the second heart sound is produced. When the ventricular systole begins, the first heart sound is produced. Right. Now let us go for the stroke volume. What is meant by stroke volume? So stroke volume means it is the volume of blood pumped by each ventricle per beat is called as stroke volume. Already we have discussed that. Each ventricle pumps around 70 ml of blood per beat. Okay. So each ventricle is pumping around 70 ml of blood per beat. That is called as stroke volume. Then what is meant by cardiac output? Cardiac output means the volume of blood pumped out by each ventricle per beat per minute. So how much volume of blood is pumped out by each ventricle per beat means 70 ml. On an average, the heart beats for how many times means 72 times. Then stroke volume into number of times per minute is called as cardiac output. So what is the value of cardiac output means 70 into 72 times, that gives 5040 ml. That means in one cardiac cycle, the heart is pumping around 5 liters of blood. Okay, remember this one is also one question. How much volume of blood is pumped outside in one cardiac cycle? In one cardiac cycle, the heart pumps around 5 liters of blood. Now let's go for the next one, double circulation. What is meant by double circulation? Blood flows twice through the heart in one complete circuit. Okay, in one complete circuit, the blood is flowing twice through the heart. Okay, so once towards the right side, once towards the left side, simultaneously. So number of double circulation equal to number of beats. That means how many times the heart is beating, those many double circulations occurs. How many times the heart is beating means 72 times. Okay, the number of double circulations in human heart is 72 per minute. So double circulations is of two types, pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. So this one is the pulmonary circulation and this one is the systemic circulation. So blood flows, I represent with the green, that is equal, that is easily visible. Blood flows from heart. So this is the heart, blood is flowing from the heart into lungs. Blood is flowing from heart to lungs. Again from lungs to heart. Lungs to heart. So heart to lungs, lungs to heart. From where the blood is flowing, see here. It is the right ventricle, right ventricle. Okay, from here. Yeah. Blood is flowing from right ventricle. From here it is flowing. Okay. Flowing from right ventricle. So which blood is carried means deoxygenated blood. From right ventricle, the blood enters into the pulmonary aorta. From pulmonary aorta, it enters into the pulmonary artery. Through pulmonary artery, it enters into the lungs. From lungs again, it is entering into the pulmonary veins. From pulmonary veins to left atrium. Pulmonary veins to left atrium. That is called as pulmonary circulation. Next one is systemic circulation. Systemic circulation is called as greater circulation, that is from heart. So from here, heart to tissues, again tissues to pulmonary systemic veins to right atrium. So heart to organs, organs to heart. So blood from left ventricle enters into aorta, from aorta systemic arteries to capillaries, from capillaries it enters into the tissues or organs, again from tissues and organs veins opens into vena cava opens again into the right atrium. This is called as systemic circulation. They will be asking you about these questions. What is the path of pulmonary circulation? What is the path of systemic circulation? Okay, systemic circulation is also called as greater circulation, whereas pulmonary circulation is called as lesser circulation. Right. Then coronary circulation. There is one more thing that is called as coronary circulation. What is the coronary circulation? It is a special coronary system of blood vessels. So that is present in our body for the circulation of blood between to and from heart. That means the blood is supplied to the heart. Again, the blood is collected from the heart. Okay. So two coronary arteries supply blood to the myocardium of the heart. And at the same time, 4 coronary veins collect blood from heart. So here they will be asking you number of coronary arteries. Number of coronary arteries are 2. And number of coronary veins. Number of coronary veins are 4. So these 4 coronary veins opens into coronary sinus and coronary sinus opens into the right atrium. So this completes about the up to double circulation. In the next class we will see the ECG and also disorders of the regulation of cardiac activity and disorders of circulatory system. Okay, thank you very much.